Hello and welcome back to
Convo with Lidio and
Hello
Roman.
and welcome back.
On
Hello,
hold,
hello,
on
hello,
hold, hold.
welcome back. Hello and welcome back to
Convo with Lidio and Roman.
Hello,
Lidio
welcome
and
back.
Roman.
Hello,
Lidio
welcome
and
back.
Roman.
Hello, welcome back. It's still Father's Day month, if I were to put it that way. Obviously on the 18th, we had a special insert or video, but I promised last month when we did Mother's Day that we will do a feature on Father's Day. So better late than never, and here we are. So I trust again each and every one of you enjoyed giving and receiving this past Father's Day. Okay, so I want to acknowledge and thank all the fathers that are present. And as usual, you don't have to have your own child to be a father. You may be an uncle, a grandfather, you may be a brother that is playing that role to your siblings. So we appreciate all of you and thank you very much. You play a very important part in everybody's lives. Okay. But I think, unfortunately, my father passed on. Also, the father figures that raised me. I think I did explain in one of my videos that I wasn't really raised by my father, but the father figures in my lives, my uncle, my grandfather also passed on, my big brother, but there were many other people that also helped raise me. So I think what I want to say this Father's Day, which has touched me a little bit when I just was observing as people were celebrating, I was touched by, those incidences where children do not have access to their biological fathers or their fathers because of differences between the parents. Let me maybe give an example that we all know of. As women, when relationships go sour, the one thing that we do, and just solely because we want to hurt the next person, is to say, I'm leaving you and I'm taking my children with me, or I'm taking the children with me. So you know that you're having differences with your partner and you want to leave. And you know the one thing that will hurt them is if you take the kids away, and we still do it. I'm not sure why we do that. I've never subscribed to such. When I went through my divorce, it was clear when we had the last family meeting between my family and my in-laws, just to talk through the fact that we are separating now and we will be going through a divorce. I made it clear, I remember saying to the family or to my partner at that time, to say, listen, the relationship between me and you may have been broken right now because both of us did what we did and we are where we are. However, the relationship between you and the children does not stop or end here. It's up to you to make that work. I may not be there to enforce the relationship, but this time is up to you. It's not dependent on me. So you don't have to say, you're waiting for me to do anything. That line on its own is separate from me. And you can, and I will allow it, you can. If you can access it, if things don't go right, or you don't access it, and that relationship fails between you and your children, it is on you. But I didn't do I'm taking the kids, you won't see them. That situation that I didn't do. I divorced, I changed my own surname. I didn't change the children's surname because I knew they will still want to go back. And that's where they belong, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. And that relationship that I wanted to go get out of, it was about me. It wasn't about the children. So I know we see this, and a lot of people, and I've spoken to most of my friends and saying, please don't do that and take kids away from their fathers because you are mad, and tell them you'll never see your children. It doesn't serve the children well. And it is not fair. And it is not really about anything but you as a mother. And the fact that you just want to hurt somebody. it hurts the children more. I think I listened to a podcast, David Mashabela, and also interviewing Ayanda Mangubani Boroto. So, and I think she put it very well to say, as people, we kind of associate belonging with our paternal side of the family. So, in other words, you, as a child, you will always feel like you do not belong if you don't know that part of your family. And that's why we have so many shows. We talk about Tutata, Kokumule Kaya, whatever, that are trying to find the fathers. It doesn't matter what has happened. Because it doesn't matter as a mother what type of a life you give your child. You can put them in the most expensive spaces, give them, buy them everything. At the end of the day, they will not feel like they belong. They will still want their paternal family or fathers. And that's where they will feel that they belong. They want the surname, they want the family, they want, and that's where they feel that they belong. So I don't know whether we think about the children and what we are putting them through, the loneliness and the separation from their families. At some point, they may listen to you at the point because they are young and they're under your care, and obviously they don't want to upset you. But when the time comes, they will release them. When they are able to at least access, they will go and find their father or their father's family. And you, my sister, will sit there feeling sad and super betrayed. Because why would you do that? I gave you everything. Your father is useless. Wara. It's not even about their father's uselessness or lack of keeping to promises. It's a sense, it's wanting to belong. It's a sense of wanting to belong to somewhere, somebody, knowing I've got my people, which is the father's side, unfortunately. You may think the child is ungrateful because your family and your sisters maybe have taken care of everything, and now this child is seeming like they are ungrateful, or that you have a new relationship and a husband who's been taking care of this child so well. And why would they still want to go and find their father? Why? They're so ungrateful. It's not about that. If you can take the time to think about that, not make it about yourself, and think about where the child is, what they want to achieve, that would really be helpful. Because now the child feels mute to say, I cannot even say that I want to go to my father. I cannot even ask a question about my father because my mom will hit me or I will not have the next meal. Because as parents, we just want to keep our anger, and as far as we are concerned, we're going to hit that guy and they're not going to see their children. We need to grow up and mature a little bit from that practice. I know it's very prevalent and maybe it's worked, but I know that it's also hurt a lot of children. So if we really want to be fair, if you really want to be that mother, right now people were celebrating Father's Day. For some children that I observed, it's not like their fathers are dead or anyway. It's just my mom doesn't want me to talk to my dad. I mean, that hurts. That hurts a lot. And it's not fair, and it shouldn't be happening at all, guys. Can we just be frank about it? So for the fathers, I'm hoping also that you don't stop trying. You don't stop trying to reaching out to your family and trying to negotiate with your exes in terms of getting that access to your child, because I can tell you it will not stop. You may ignore it for now, you will die, and your child will still feel the emptiness and still look for your family. So it will not stop. So try harder. Mothers, for this Father's Day, can we give our children and their fathers a Father's Day gift? And this gift could be anything. It could be you finally sharing and telling your children the truth about their fathers, whatever they want to know, because I know some we've kept it so quiet. Children are asking and we are not answering, or we are avoiding, or we're giving them the wrong answers. Can we give them a gift this Father's Day and just tell them something about their fathers? If not that, then at least can we give them access to their fathers? Can we give them access? Can we give them an address, a phone number, can we allow them to speak, even if it's on WhatsApp with their fathers? That would really be great. I think that's the best Father's Day you can gift your own child and their father, where we can. So yeah, guys, that's my view and that's my ask. I think it's very important. It hurts, I know, but it is extremely important. There's another story I wanted to share with you. With my kids, it's always, I've always made sure every December they go to their paternal family, whether to be with their grandparents or cousins or anything. I did that. And it's not that it's something that they could not access all their lives. A couple of years ago, I think after COVID, with COVID we couldn't go, but during COVID they went. And my eldest son was so excited. I think it was 2021, December. He was so excited when he comes back. You know, he had many stories. And then I was like, oh, it's nice being there. And he says, yeah, it's very nice, ma. It's like, there's so many of us. I didn't realize there's so many of us. Like, and when he says us, it means in the surname, my people, my family, my everything. There's so many of us, and it was nice. It's just nice to be around people. And you can see it's small things about belonging. Similarly, this year, my youngest son was with his father's family, and we called and asked him, so how is it? He says, you know how I can't say ar, I say r. He says, here, I'm free. I can say r because there's many of us. There, when I'm not here, I have to make it sound like a r, like, make it twang. I mean, such a small thing to say. I can express myself safely because I'm with people that are like me. So it's a very small thing. It's not about big things, but they feel like they belong. So guys, please, let's try. Let's do it for our kids. So it's still time. You can gift, you can give.